That's spicy enough. That sounds pretty good.
It's kind of TCR-esque, right? Yeah, this thing's got some oomph. Yeah, that was different. So, all right, confirmed. It woke up a lot. So it's only 21 PSI. It's a stage 2
Only
base map.
20.
Yeah, so.
A new turbo, a tune, and some bolt-ons were enough to wake up this thing. Who knew? Combined with the suspension overhaul and preventative maintenance, this 328i has become a seriously impressive machine. Before heading off to MPACT, there were 2 more jobs left to finish up. First up is a quick stop to our friends, both furry and human, at Butzigear for an alignment. Then it was right back to HQ where Rabid Wraps worked their magic once again. Taking our direction for a subdued but partner-forward design, they covered the 328 in another killer wrap, this time featuring Rein's signature orange to give it looks on par with its improved performance while nodding to the E90 320 SI race car in Germany. The car was finally ready for its big debut at MPACT, and although the team was all smiles, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little anxious. Pushing the limits of an F30 328i isn't something everyone has done before, so the car's performance and the crowd's reaction were going to be a first for everyone.
Hey, what's up, everyone? We're here at MPACT. 3 weeks to build this car, to bring it to this event. Super excited to be here. It's a great BMW event here at Pocono Raceway. So yesterday was the first time the F30 has taken a long drive outside of Milford. So literally just drove it from Milford, Connecticut all the way down here at Pocono Raceway. Everything was perfectly fine. Would expect that with a car that's basically new. However, we are going to take it out on the HPDE course with hooked on driving. And anytime you throw a car out on track, that's when you're really going to find out what it's made out of. So already did all the pre-safety inspection on it. Everything's already torqued to spec. I know that because literally just went through the whole build on it. Took off the hubcaps, made sure all the wheels were torqued to spec, set tire pressures, and we should be good to go. Kind of excited to see how this car is going to drive. I don't think it has enough front camber right now to prevent understeer, but overall, I think it's going to be a fun car to drive just based on how it's felt so far, so I'm really excited to get out there. Let's see how it does.
The only way we'd ever truly see this thing's true colors with all the modifications was on track. So with a chassis most modern BMW enthusiasts dismiss, I pushed it as hard as I could, and the results were everything we'd hoped for.
Down to third. A little early on the turn in there, but we'll recover. It's predictable, and that's what matters. Little body roll there. Come straight over the curbing. Wide open throttle. 4, 5. Should hit about 115. Heavy on the brakes. The M Performance brakes with the DS2500 is pretty impressive. A little hot here. back with the first session with the F3328 SI, and I think it has earned the SI badge. Needs more front camber. It definitely understeers when you push it a little bit. You can kind of feel the outside edge of the tire kind of just wash out. But with that said, knew that was probably going to be an issue going into it. But everything else on the car was great. Lots of power, lots of torque. The 8 HP, it's already a race-proven transmission, so shifts really nice, very predictable. Car overall felt pretty balanced. I think there's a lot more that we can get out of it with a little bit of fine tuning, but overall, for the first session out, to be able to drive it hard right off the rip, learn the track, learn the car, and feel confident with it, I think we've kind of proven that the F3328 could be a capable package when you go ahead and put the right work into in the right places. But we're gonna run this in 3 more sessions today, so I expect the car is gonna get faster the more comfortable we get with it. But overall, very happy with how it's turned out so far, and I think the results speak for itself.
Truth be told, I had my doubts about how a lowly 328i would be received by the attendees. I was expecting the car to perform well on track, yet in a sea of beautiful M cars as far as the eye could see, this 328 captured the attention everywhere it went.
And everybody looks at BMW for all the 6 cylinders, but don't really pay attention to the 4-cylinder heritage, so 2002s, the TIIs, all that stuff. Yeah. And so there was a European spec E90 called a 320 SI. They made it for both the market in Spain and Italy. And so we kind of looked at what BMW did with that, and they took a 4-cylinder car that nobody would ever normally take a look at, focused on making it handle well, focused on, like, obviously it's gonna be limited on what it could do in terms of power. We don't really necessarily have the issue with turbocharging on this, but we took all those kind of same cues and we're like, all right, let's just go with the 4-cylinder option here and celebrate the heritage that BMW has with 4 cylinders.
All right, what do you think of it? So you have something similar? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so I also have a 2016 328i X-Drive, and I just learned a whole lot more within 10 minutes just by speaking to Gareth over here. And yeah, I'm really excited to build mine now.
328. Oh.
Yeah.
How much boost you guys pushing?
So it's only 21 PSI, it's a stage 2
Only
base map.
20.
Yeah, so it's a
Only 20.
so it's a stage 2 off-the-shelf map from Boot Mod.
Okay.
So the only requirements you need for that tune are a larger intercooler,
Yeah.
and a high flow downpipe.
I have the exact same car at home. That motivated me so much. I have so many things to do now. I saw so many different ideas. Definitely gonna check out the web series.
This is the kind of car that embeds itself into your soul. The idea of a plucky underdog turned M killer is wildly infectious, and this 328i hits all of the right spots. We knew starting the journey, especially with its tight time frame, was a bit of a risk, and the amount of positive attention received was both exciting and humbling. As enthusiasts are so quick to dismiss this generation of BMW because of its modernity, it's nice to know the feelings of old aren't so far away.
Really great day here at Pocono Raceway for MPACT. Really awesome weather, really great turnout. I'm actually really surprised how well received this car was in a sea of M3s, M4s, M5s, and M6s. It is, of course, called MPACT. But a lot of people came up and talked about the car. They understood it, they appreciated the build, they liked seeing something different. Fun car to drive. I think we've definitely proven that an N20 powered BMW could be a really fun driver's car. And if you have one yourself, you could definitely build something like this yourself. But if you're looking at doing something different, there's no reason why you can't take an N20 powered BMW and turn it into something great. It's a totally viable option. Well, we're all back to where it started, and I guess we got to answer the question. Would I consider this project a success? I think so, and to be completely blunt, when I went into this project, I wasn't that enthusiastic because quite frankly, I had a negative perception of F3328s in general and the N20 engine. Everything that we did to improve on this car was literally going right to the BMW parts bin and finding solutions, making little changes, making little tweaks, thinking about it the way that BMW would have built this car if they were to build it themselves. What we have now is a car that's fun to drive, you can take to the track, it's reliable, it's fairly refined for what it is. It can always be a little bit better, but that goes right back to motorsport. There's several different iterations of the E30 M3. Every single one of these cars has a lineage of constant evolution, and that's exactly what we achieved here. So if BMW were to build an SI car out of the 328. I think we did it exactly the way that BMW would have done it. Maybe just a little bit better, a little more attention to detail in certain areas like the oil pan baffle, things like that. But at the end of the day, we've driven this car very hard, put about 4,000 miles on it, hasn't skipped a beat. I think it's mission accomplished, and quite frankly, it's changed my perception on what a modern BMW four-cylinder can be. I went from that person who would never buy one to now would actually consider it. So through this project, I even changed my own mind, and I think you should too. So with that said, hope you enjoyed this build series. Have any questions or comments, leave in the comment box below. We'll definitely get back to you. We'll have a full write-up on the car too, so you can see all those details. Hope you really enjoyed the build series. We have a ton of these on the way, plenty more plans in the future, so you definitely want to hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss it. And as always, we'll see you for the next one. Thanks for watching. It's cold.